Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live again, Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta. We have 8-ball on the 7 foots happening today. 15 out of 16 players. $120 entry fee. Race to 7 on the A side, 6 on the B side. We are underway. If you can do me a favor, just do a quick volume check for me. Make sure volume is good. I do have a match that I've got to go and play, so I just wanted to say welcome back, everybody. We'll be live all day today. It is a one-day event. So I've got to go play a match. As soon as Stephanie Toy comes over, I'm going to pass the mic over, and she'll take care of you. But welcome back. Glad to be back again. We're going to try, like I said last broadcast, we're going to try to do this every 2 weeks. We are going to change things up a little bit every time. Last broadcast, we were 10-ball on the 9-foot tables. I do believe on the 15th, we got a little something special cooking up. We're going to do a combo event. It'll be 9-ball on the 9 foots, $120 entry. And then we'll have a 580 and under 8-ball on the 7-foot tables. What's going on, Regis? How are you? Pete? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I'm going to have Steph jump in here, and I am going to run off and play my first match. And y'all know what to do. Smash that share button. We've got a great match first up. Larry Walper, Eric Vargas doing battle. I got to change the RT9. It's not an RT9, it's an RT7. Cam Loops checking in. Welcome, Michael. And we do have our other camera angle back, so once I'm kind of at the helm, I can change the camera angles a little bit, get you in on the action. So the brackets are also on challenge. Steph just posted that for you. So I'm going to jump off, guys. So I'm going to have Steph step in. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, here we go. First rack, Larry and Eric. This is going to be a hell of a match right here. Both of these players are very well established. I'm just going to check on these guys, Fargo, because it may have changed over the pandemic slightly. They should be fairly even, though. Eric Vargas is a 715 currently. And Larry's a 662. I thought he was actually higher. He's a pretty outstanding player. I thought he was closer to 700, but he is a 662. Good day, everybody. Peter. 15 players, Nick, we got. We capped it at 16. We had one drop out last minute. Didn't make it back into town. We're missing Russ Whittle. Russ thought he could make it back into town, but didn't make it, so down to 15 players. Larry's got low ball here. Eric tried to play a little bit defensive and put his 14 ball over that pocket. Didn't pocket the 6, but I think that's what his goal was. Didn't want to open anything up, but leave himself a breakout ball for that little cluster at the bottom. Peter, 3:50 a.m. Sunday morning. That is crazy. We are just past noon here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Thank you guys for joining us. Oh, that's a great shot by Larry. Played the carom off that cluster to make his 6 ball. Thanks for joining us, Peter. That is hardcore. Larry just got a little bit out of shape here. He's going to have to back cut this 3 and somehow get back to the bottom of the table or the top of the table as you're looking at it for the 4 ball. And that was very unfortunate. Got a bad rub off that high ball. Scratches and gives Eric ball in hand on a pretty wide open table here. We are back, Neil. Just got a small little tournament here at Leather Pocket. Capped it at 16. We got 15 players because one dropped out last minute. It was a $120 entry fee. $20 goes to the green fees, so $100 into the prize pool, $1,500 into the prize pool. Trying to keep it nice and light just so that we abide by the social distancing laws. Everybody's nice and spaced out. Glad you could all join us. Hi, Barbaloo. Nice little draw for the 8 ball on the side. And first blood goes to Eric. Hi, Patrick. Thanks for tuning in. Wayne, our leagues are not playing yet. I think we have one league in the city that has put together a small summer league, but it is very limited. As far as I know, the leagues will be gearing up for September. Our leagues here typically run from September to March. But the plan is to get leagues rolling for mid-September, as per usual. And hopefully we'll hit the ground running with those. We've had a few venues have a little bit of a hard time through the pandemic, but most of them made it through. And we're here just with a small little tournament just to try to keep the pool community supporting these pool halls. They're having a bit of a rough time. So I would encourage you guys to get out and support your small businesses as much as you possibly can. We were talking with Len earlier today, and the pandemic has not been kind to business. So rack number 2, Eric's made a low ball off the break. We're racing to 7 on the A side, 6 on the B side. It is going to be a double knockout final. So make sure you guys hang in there with us until the final. It should be a good match. Quite a few of the good players in the room. We had Mike Isaac and Jeff Waterfall come in from BC. Made quite the drive to be with us today, so we definitely appreciate that. Regis, it is not take what you make. It is definitely, we're playing BCA rules. So as long as you make a ball off the break, the table is open, whatever your preference. Eric's just got to come to the right or bump that 10 ball to make the 2. He may have it. I don't know. By the body language, I think he missed it. I think he wanted that 2 ball next. And that 10 ball is just in the way enough to make it difficult. Yeah, he wanted to be more towards that second diamond. So he can take the 4 ball first in either of the top pockets. I think he wants to take that 4 to the top left, but he's worried about the scratch in the side. So but I think he's all right if he just gives it a bit of a punch. Oh, he ended up going to the top right, but almost made it in the top left. He's got pretty good shape here. He just wants to maybe roll forward slightly just so he's got enough angle on the 13 ball. Or drawback. I tend to myself play more forward roll for the angles rather than draw because my draw is terrible. That is one part of my game that definitely needs work. Good out by Larry. Tied at ones. Rack number 3 is going to be Larry's break. And we took a vote with the players just before we started. We will be paying out fairly deep today. We're going to pay out about 40% of the field. So we're going to be paying out the 5-6 spot, which is not typical for our tournaments. We usually only pay out 25%. But just since we have such a small field and it was a bit of a more expensive entry fee, we're going to pay out 5-6. Eric's got low ball here, and he's just going through the pattern in his head. Just wants to make sure that he ends up where he needs to be on that 2 ball, which is on the spot. He needs to have a little bit of an angle on that 3 to break out the 7. Not that it really needs a breakout, but he needs to just nudge that 9, so he's got a shot on that 7. That'll do. He had the angle on that 3 ball, so he took that right away rather than taking the 2 ball first, which is always smart. Seven ball's nice and open, so he can get that from anywhere at the center table now. Just checking where he wants to be for the 1 and 4 ball after the 7. He can put some right on it and end up being closer to the right rail, or he can put some outside on it, come back a little bit more center table. And I think that he was thinking too much shape and not enough ball there, which happens to us all. I do that on a regular basis. Well, Larry's got a pretty wide open table here. A little bit of a tough starter. If he can make this opening shot, he should be good to get out. But these shots here are a little bit tougher, being right on the rail, long and pretty much straight. Oh! Great lead, though. And so I just added the players' Fargos right beside their name, guys, in the brackets. William is asking if it's on YouTube. We are on YouTube as well. So feel free to hop in there. The picture is a little bit clearer on YouTube. Nice to be able to watch there if you have a smart TV or a Chromecast or something for your TV. Watch it on a big screen. I'm trying to follow the comments on YouTube as well, guys. So if you have anything to say, any questions, feel free to ask. Patrick, I did post the CompuSport bracket a little bit earlier. I will repost it here. Hello, Lawrence from Dexter, New Mexico. Thank you for tuning in. Share the stream, guys. The more viewers we get, the better. There's the bracket there, Patrick. Feel free to follow along. We got some great players here today. Jeff Waterfall and Mike Pringle-Isaac drove in from BC. I think they're from the Kamloops, Kelowna area, so it's probably a good 8-hour drive for them. Thank them for coming out. Derek Moore, who's in the room. Grant also playing. James Hornby. Mark Vinogradov. Kevin Osborne. Larry and Eric, obviously. Dan Clark made it out to this event, which is good to see. And Chris Demers, Rick Merritt, Sean Yee. So we have a solid 15 players in this event. It was $120 to enter. $20 goes to green fees. So putting a little bit of money back into the pool hall, which was our main objective. A few $100. $1,500 going to the prize pool. We're going to pay out up to the 5-6 spot. Chris is saying to bring the table down, bring the felt to the top of your info insert. You know what? I didn't set this up, Chris, and I will try to zoom out a little bit for the next match, but right now I don't want to mess with it, because if I kill the stream, I'll be in big trouble. But I will try and do that for the next match. Good afternoon, Mark, Houston, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. Go Larry Walper, says Tanner Pruis. Tanner, we miss you at VNEA this year. Hopefully see you for the big one next year. This pandemic shenanigans is putting a lot of kinks in all of our Vegas tournament plans. Hopefully that just means they're bigger and better next year. It's a nice play by Larry there. Defensive. Puts Eric in a tough spot here. Doesn't have a whole lot of options. Nice to see you again, Neil. Thunder Bay from Thunder Bay. Thanks for sharing, Neil. Eric thought he was brilliant by shooting that high ball in. He forgot he was low ball. That's what COVID does, people. You forget what you're shooting. So Larry gets a ball in hand there, plays another defensive shot. Eric's going to go for the kick on this 7, just for the hit. He does not want to open up Larry's last 2 stripes. Ends up with a great leave. Larry's going to try and sink his 7 ball here. So I feel like Eric doesn't have, he's high ball, and he doesn't really have the angle to open up his last 14. So I feel like he's just going to try and shift that ball down there or play off the 4, which was not his plan. It was brilliant if that was his plan, but he's just going to concede that game, give it to Larry. Two, 1, Larry over Eric. Dry break. Looks like a dry break for Eric. This is rack number 4. Racing to 7 on the A, 6 on the B. Good defensive play by Larry there. He didn't really have anything to shoot at there, so he just opted to hit his 3, leave Eric tough, which he did. Eric does the same back. Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. All the way from Saskatchewan. From Saskatchebush. Hope you're doing well. Oh, bad rub for Larry. Giving Eric ball in hand here. He just got an unfortunate rub off that 15 ball. Eric's got ball in hand here, and he is high ball. So he's just looking at his pattern here, which one he wants to take first. 13 ball's a little tough. Not that it doesn't go, but it's just a little bit tougher to get at. So he's looking at possibly taking this 12 ball and just playing the window between the 4 and the 8. To run that 13 ball down. That was a nice shot. Instead of playing the window, he just opted to move the 4 ball. Which is always a good option too. You just got to be more conscious of your weight, because that 4 ball could have came off that rail and sat right in front of the cue ball. So you just want to be careful of your weight when you do that, but that's a great option too. From here on out, everything goes pretty easy peasy. Sharon, it's Steph. It's not Val today. Graham Anstey is asking what game this is. We're playing 8-ball on the 7-foot diamonds today. Regular 8-ball BCA rules. Racing to 7 on the A side, 6 on the B side. It was a $120 entry. $20 goes to the green fees to support the hall. So a few $100 to the pool hall and $1,500 to the prize pool. We're going to be paying out the top 6 today. So we're paying a little bit deeper than we normally would. We typically pay about 25%. But just because it was a little bit more of a pricier entry and just a few players, just to abide by the social distancing laws and guidelines, we're going to pay down to 6 today. All good, Sharon. I've been called worse. Surely we are, as per usual, we're streaming to YouTube as well, so feel free to throw it up on the big screen. I am following along with comments there as well. Although the YouTubers don't seem to be very chatty today. Oh, Eric tried to hit it so thin he missed it. Tessa and Oscar Martinez are saying, where are y'all playing from? Y'all don't require face masks. We are in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're playing out of the Leather Pocket Pool Hall here in Calgary. Face masks, the regulation actually for face masks just became effective today. However, you only have to wear them in public places that are not sporting events. So sporting events it is not, it's not required in sporting events as long as you are practicing social distancing. This is a pretty big space. This place here is an old furniture warehouse, not warehouse, furniture sales place. So it's nice and big and open. The ceilings are quite high, probably 20-foot ceilings. And there is probably about 20 tables in here altogether, maybe more. But everybody's nice and spaced out. For the bracket? The bracket is... Sorry guys, I just have somebody here asking me where the bracket is. /LP 8-ball. Thanks for sharing, Sharon. Paul Richens, now where are you? Can't hide from me. See you signing in. You should be here playing. Chad says, can my 2 little girls get a shout out from you? Absolutely. McKenna and Bailey. Thanks for watching, guys. Get on those tables, start practicing up, and then we'll see you on the stream soon. Sorry guys, I got a little distracted there. Who won that last game? Who won that last game? Larry? 3-1 Larry Welper. Absolutely, Chad. Thanks for tuning in. The more viewers we get, the better. And the kids are the next generation of this game, so we love to support the juniors. So McKenna and Bailey, you guys keep practicing, keep playing. Watch and learn. Get some great instruction from your dad. Anytime you guys sign in, you let me know and we'll give you a shout out. We're glad to be back, Shirley. Thanks for tuning in. Looks like Larry's going for his jump stick here. He's playing with a custom jumper made by Nick, one of our Q Sports Live sponsors. He's local to Calgary, but he is an absolute cue wizard. He makes cues, repairs cues. He's got hundreds of tips. Larry getting props from the peanut gallery in the back here. But Nick is a great guy. His prices are super reasonable. And if you are in and around the area or not in and around the area, his turnaround time is amazing. He's usually within a day or two. And he also does shipping for those of you who are out of town. So I cannot recommend him enough. But yeah, if you're from out of town even, don't be shy, reach out, because he will ship your stuff back and forth to you. And his workmanship is amazing. So Arlene says no APA League happening in Philadelphia. There is a lot of places, Arlene, that league is just not a hot topic yet. And it's unfortunate. Nice little out by Larry, 4-1. Here in Canada, things are pretty much on track. So we are planning to start league back in mid-September. We usually run our leagues from September to March or April. And we are planning for a mid-September start, as long as nothing crazy happens between now and then. The States is a little bit of a different story. I know that you guys are having some problems with the increase in cases, COVID cases and stuff down there, so it doesn't surprise me. But hopefully you guys get back on track soon. Eric's break, and it was a good one. Looks like he's going to opt to go high ball. He's just taking a quick look to see if that 9 ball goes. Might be a little tight. He had to get down to take a look at it. He's got a clean shot on it right now, so he's going to take it first, get it out of the way. Uh-oh. Eric under hit that shot. Wanted to come back out center table. Left himself tough now. A little bummed out. Going for the hit, which he gets, but Larry's going to have another opportunity to clean up this table. Larry is low ball. There's 6 left with the 8, 7. Everything is wide open. A nice shape on this 5 ball to get that out of the way. So Larry just has to make sure he controls this cue ball. One shot leads to the next. Should be fairly straightforward. Comes out center nicely. Todd's got some medical conditions, so he can't play anymore. Look out, CBC radio. Well, you know CSL's got your back, Todd. We wish you well. Orange County, California, and Anaheim are pretty bad. I heard there's a few states down south there that are having some problems controlling the cases down there. We're trying to do our part. We definitely don't want to see these pool halls go to the wayside. So just a small tournament today. We capped it at 16. We had 1 dropout last minute, so we have 15 amazing players. Put a few $100 into the pool hall just for green fees. Get some bodies in here. Buy some food and drink. Every little bit helps, guys. So if you can, get out there, support local, support your pool halls. We definitely want them to be around after all this COVID stuff is over. So nice little punch shot by Larry there. A little long, slight cut on this 8 ball, but he should be good. (5-1), Larry over Eric. That is their Fargos beside their names, guys. So Larry's a 662, Eric is a 715. And not to make any excuses, Eric hasn't been shooting as much, obviously, over the last few months. Just access to a pool table. Still shoots great. And Larry, I feel like, is a little underrated at 662. I would have put him closer to a 700 myself, just by experience. I know that he shoots pretty good. It's pretty spiffy. So as much as Larry's ahead and a lower Fargo, it's not, the score reflected here is not too much of a shocker. Did he get a ball there? Did not get a ball. Dry break. Neil is asking if Ben the Franchise Francis is playing. He is not. He is not playing today, Neil. Eric. Ben's little guy, Ryder, just went in for heart surgery this past week. So they just got home from the hospital yesterday. So they're just taking some time to relax and recover and mend. I'm sure he'll be back for the next one. Everything went well. The little guy is ahead of schedule for recovery as far as I know. but we definitely send him our best. It's not easy having a little guy going for major surgery like that. So besides pool, Ben is my hero in other ways because I would have just been broken. I will for sure, Neil. I would be surprised if Ben didn't actually tune in here pretty soon. He knows that we're here today. A little bing bang boom from Eric there. Claws one back. We are 5-2. Rack number 8. And Eric to break. Another dry break. Eric got ripped off, though. That 2-ball was in, and it popped right back out. Larry's just taking a minute here to weigh out the pros and cons of each suit. Neither one of them are very attractive. It was a good plan. He was hoping to run into that 15 ball to kind of pop it out. But instead he ended up jamming into it. Not a bad play. Didn't have a shot, so he just ended up playing defensive. Left Eric a little tough. Nothing too much here to shoot at. So Eric just hit his ball and sunk Larry's ball. That was ahead, so now Eric's got kind of the upper hand on that 14 one-ball scenario on this bottom rail. Nothing really cleanly goes here, so Larry's got this 10 ball in the side, but after that, he's really got to hope for some good shape to make the next ball.
Sorry.
7-2 for Derek Moore. Nice try by Larry there. Wanted to break out that one. Got the next best thing. It's nice and open anyways. He's calling the safety here. He's really straight on that 12. He could take the 12, but then he's got no shot on the on that 15. So he just opts to pot Eric's one ball. Opens up his ball down here. He's going to leave all the messy scenarios to Eric here to open up. Eric just goes for the hit. So Eric was just on this left bottom rail here. And I think that if I was Eric, I think the safety is the right place to go or right shot to make. But I think I would have just bumped that 3 ball out and locked up the cue ball behind the 7. That's the shot that I saw. Would have made it really tough for Larry to get anywhere from there. And it opens up that 3-7, which he can't seem to get on. The 7 does go to this bottom left pocket, but he has to be on the top end of the table there. Just a little bit tougher to make when the balls are so close together like that. Nice little chip by Larry. He's got nice angle on this 12 ball. A little bit more difficult because he's right on the rail, but I think he's okay here. I think he just kind of wants to be around where he's at right now to make the 8 ball on this side. Oh, he duffed it. He heard me. I jinxed him. So Eric gets another shot at cleaning up this table here. I don't think that he was expecting it, but he jumped right out of his chair. Glad to get another shot at this table. Definitely don't want your opponent on the hill. Not before you, anyway. I think he got just enough by that 5 ball for the 2. Just enough. Eric knows that he still has this 3-7 kind of workout here on this left rail. That should be all right. He's hoping just to roll up on this 5. Just roll up on it, get a little bit straighter on that 7-3 scenario. Ideally, he'd like to be fairly straight so that he can draw back for the next. Nice angle on this 3. The cue ball is going to come to the right side of the table for the 4 ball in the top left. Reinhardt gets another one back. It is 5-3, getting closer. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We have about 280 viewers on Facebook and about approximately 45, 50 on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Please share the stream. The more viewers, the better. I encourage you guys to come and support your local pool halls. We're here at the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And if you are not in the area, support your local businesses. They're having a tough time right now over the last few months. So thanks for tuning in, sharing the stream. We appreciate it. Jeff Waterfall defeats Mike Isaac, 7-3. Oh, a little light on the touch. You got it, CJ. Thanks for tuning in. Every once in a while, I'm able to work my way into the microphone. I'm sure at some point Grant will hop on. He was in the room. He's just playing a match right now. Grant is playing James Hornby. Sean Yee is playing Rick Merritt. Jason Schultz. Can't remember who Jason's playing. Oh, sorry, Jason just got defeated by Derek Moore. Chris Demers and Mark Vinogradov battling just to the left of this feature table here. Thanks for the input, but this is a pool stream, so let's keep it pool related. We'll be deleting any comments that are not pool related or contributing to the conversation in any way. So thanks, but no thanks. This is one of my favorite shots here. Oh, he didn't get there. He tried to play the window. I thought that he was actually going off that left side rail. I like those, the back cuts where you have to punch off the opposite rail to come back center. Whoops. Tough spot now. So the rule is he's got to hit his ball or he's giving ball in hand. So he's either got to jump. If he jumps, oh, he's looking at it. If he jumps that 7 ball, it's only half a ball, but he's reaching because it's kind of center of the table. He could kick at it. He's got the window to kick at the 10. He can kick at the 11 also. Looks like he's just going for the hit. Very nice. He gets the ball. Leaves Larry a little bit of a tough shot. Not that Larry doesn't have a shot, but it's always tougher when you're sitting on the rail like that. I like the 5 ball to the side. Which Larry liked as well. No, don't scratch. Holy, that was close. Larry gives a bit of a head shake. He didn't think it was going to be that close. Yeah, shake it off, though. Everything goes from here. Larry's currently got the upper hand over Eric. Definitely wants to keep it that way. Those are Mark Vinogradov's sexy legs on the left. Oh no, missed the 8 ball. It happens. Larry says it's good. He's giving it to Eric. 5-4, 1 game shot. 1 game advantage. It happens to all of us. Everybody's just getting back into the swing of things too. The pool hall has only been open for, oh, what are we in here? Just the beginning of August, so less than a month. So players are just getting their swing back. Eric. So CJ says Eric must have gone to church this morning. A little bit of favoritism on his side there. That was a big swing. That game there would have meant a 6-3 lead over Eric for Larry and put himself on the hill. Instead, it's 5-4 in anybody's game. Just that split second of focus makes all the difference. And like I said before, Eric's a little out of practice because he didn't have access to a table over the last few months. Neither did Larry. But you can tell by their Fargos that Eric's a bit of a monster. And especially on, he's just as good on the 7-foot tables as well as the 9-foots. So that advantage was a really big one for Larry. Rodney says, awesome streaming, watching from Portage, La Prairie, Manitoba. Thanks for joining us, Rodney. We actually have a CSL affiliate out in Manitoba as well. Rod from Winnipeg, Rod Ariagata. Make sure you guys are following CSL on Facebook. Turn on your notifications and you'll get notified every time we go live. It should be a little bit more frequent now that the pool halls are open. We're trying to do what we can for our local pool halls. And if you're interested in having CSL come out to one of your events, send us a message. We will do our best to get to you. Yeah, you're right, CJ. I think, like I said, that split second of focus makes the entire difference to a game some days. And I think the mental part of the game is key. Especially once you get to this kind of caliber where you're like mid 600s, 700s, because anybody can make that shot. Anybody can run the ball down the rail. Anybody can bank a ball. Anybody can make the long cuts. But the mental part of the game, the focus, the ability to have stamina for the entire tournament makes all the difference. Anybody can play shape and come back center table. Everybody knows how to put right and left spin. Everybody knows the fundamentals of top and bottom, but the mental part of the game is key. And I think Larry actually just got back from vacation yesterday. So I think his brain is a little bit on vacation mode. Just went to the island to visit some family for 10 days, so he's just getting to the swing of it.
7-3 for me.
7-3 for Mark Vinogradov over Chris Demirs. 7-3. And Sean Yee.
7-3.
7-3 for Sean Yee over Rick Merritt. So the games are starting to close up, guys. We should be able to go into another match directly after this one.
I win 7-4.
7-4 for Grant over James. So Grant will probably just go out for some fresh air, and I would assume he'll jump on for the last game or two here. CJ says he should be better at pool because he's already a little bit mental. Just got to carry that into the game. What just happened? Sorry, guys, I was updating the draw. 5-5, we're at fivesies. Oh, Larry's not going to be happy. He had a really good lead there. I think it was, oh, and he blows it off the table. I think he had it like 5-1, I think. And Eric just kind of started clawing back one by one. So we're 5-5. We're a race to 2 now, folks. Jesse from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, says it's a great feed. Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing, everyone. These tables, David, could probably use a bit of a clean, but nonetheless, they are diamond tables, Simonis cloth. I always kind of like to think that, you know, perfect conditions are never really all that perfect at any time. So the players that can adjust and change gears with the environment are going to be the ones that come out on top. And like I said, we want to definitely support our pool halls so that they can afford to reclop these tables and get them cleaned and whatnot. So get out there, guys. This little tournament of 15 players is going to put a few $100 into the hall for the day, which it probably wouldn't have got otherwise. Every couple $100 counts. Absolutely. You have to adapt with your environment. Hardly ever will the conditions be perfect. You're always going to have a roll, or, you know, it's too close to the spectators, or the air conditioning doesn't work. Just got to go with the flow. That was a nice shot by Eric. Come back out for the 1. He actually has, he could go either which way. Can take the 4 ball first and then the 1. It's a little bit of a reach for the 1. Just a stop shot here on the 4 for the 8. Goes nice and clean to the bottom left. Okay, here we go, guys. For the first time, Eric gets the lead in this match. Looks like Grant's going to jump in for a game or two.
I'll come in for the last little bit of this. I'll jump in when I can because I know I got another match coming up.
Yeah, this is the first time Eric's had a lead this match.
Really?
Larry's been ahead the whole time. I think if my memory is correct, it was like 4-1 or 5-1 for Larry over Eric. And Eric has just clawed his way back, got gifted a game because Larry missed an 8-ball, which happens to all of us, but
Well,
that was a big swing.
Eric does not ever quit. And I know that from personal experience playing that guy, but
Eric's got some grind to him.
He's got a lot of grind to him. And this is not a spot Larry wanted to be in. I can tell you, he just wanted to keep the pedal to the metal. But, I mean, even in my match, I get up 4-0 on James. He comes back to make it 4-4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, let my foot off the gas a little bit.
What kind of cue does Eric use? You know what? It's escaping me right now, but I will find out. I can't. Ben Francis uses a Dale Perry. Grant?
Dale Perry, but a Jacoby shaft.
A Jacoby shaft, yes. Jacoby Black. Grant uses Jacoby and Jacoby shaft, the black. Ryan is using I think he uses a Jerry Pepin, a Prevail custom cue.
Yeah, with a Jacoby, or one of the multitude of shafts that he has.
Yeah. Ryan has about 30.
This is definitely not.
Oh, a little heavy, a little heavy.
Got the wrong side of the 5-ball.
He's all right. He can recover here.
It's a wide open table, though. I mean, he's got the 9-ball as the option. But does he want to power through off the rail and come down for the 14? Or try to hold position and play out for the 13?
I think if he can end up anywhere center table, you know, somewhere around where that 9 is, I mean, that.
Well, he's got to angle, so he's got to play to the rail or draw over to the right.
Unfortunately, his option right now is that 9-ball. He's got to take it along to this bottom left.
What's going on, Lou? All the way from New Jersey, tuning in.
New Jersey.
Look at that, over 200 on Facebook, another 56 on YouTube. Welcome to it, everybody. Happy long weekend.
I like to think that has everything to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
But also to everybody who shared the stream too. Thank you.
What kind of tip is on the Jacoby Black? The stock? Nope. I actually changed. So when I first got the Jacoby, trying to acclimate to that with the Kamui Soft was dang near impossible for me. So I dropped it to a medium tip. And actually I just recently went back to, I think it's the How Soft.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, Nick is like all over those How tips.
Yeah. There you go. Carrie Campbell says Eric uses a Kevin DeRue.
Oh, thanks, Carrie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever knew that.
I did, but I mean, my lord, it's been forever and a day since we've been live. A couple of weeks ago was the first one in months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be back. Glad to be on a mic.
Rodney says, what an awesome comeback by Eric to take the lead. And for sure.
This, it's got the makings to go hill-hill. Larry's in control right now of his own destiny because he'd be breaking hill-hill.
Yeah, well, that game where he missed the 8-ball, it would have made it 6-3 instead it's 5-4.
Big swing.
Yeah, it was. So that was a big game. So now he's got to get the sweat on now.
Mm-hmm. It's not where he wanted to be.
A little heavy.
But it should still work. He's got the 13 to contend with.
Yeah, he's just got to come off that.
He can go 2 rails. So draw 2 rails. Just like this.
Beautiful.
Really well done. Great shot.
Not over the 9. He got by it just.
This is a tricky little shot. That 9's going to hamper him a little bit. I'll give you the quick view. That 9's going to hamper him a little bit.
Well, I think he's all
He'll
right.
be all right. Oh, yeah. No trouble, says Larry. We are going hill.
Hang
How's
in
that
there.
for first match?
Hang in there, Larry.
There it is.
Got the 8 ball.
Hills. Is there a clock on 8 ball matches? No. This is a friendly local tournament that we decided to put on. We started 2 weeks ago, back up again. I had a little bit of withdrawal, seeing all you guys join in and being able to talk. So I had a conversation with Ben and said, hey, it's about time we get back on the mic. So here we are. The next one should be the 15th of April, give or take.
August
Couple of
even?
days, yeah. Yeah, August. Wow, April. See, that's what I get for taking 4 months off.
That's right. Gotta love Hill. You got it,
love
Neil.
The battle. Talk about a treat on a long weekend. First match.
First match.
Of the day.
Yeah. This is it. Larry's break, Hill.
And this is where he wants to be.
13th rack, 13th and final.
Yeah. Rick draw sheets are live. They are on challenge. I'm not sure Steph knows what she put it under.
Dry break.
Not under dry break.
I'm just saying dry break.
Yeah. A little bit of work to do on the table here. Really not an open shot except on the 11 ball, maybe on the 12. He's got the thin cut on either one.
There, I just put up the draw sheet. Amazing now.
Is he going to try the back cut?
You lost?
He is.
What was the score?
He's going to try that back cut. 9 ball into the right-hand side pocket as you look at the table. Question is, where is the 12 going to go? I don't know whether he's going to clip the edge of the 12 first or hit the rail first. Tough to tell from this angle.
Sorry guys, just updating the draw sheet and
See if I can get you in a little bit closer here. That's the angle he's cutting that 9 ball back into.
Grant's here now, so we get all the fancy camera work.
Oh, he's cutting the 12 ball. Sorry, I thought he called the 9 in the side. I think Eric is looking pretty good here. The 9 ball leads him to the 13, to the 15, 10, 14 are good, 11's good. It's a matter of positioning for the 8 ball. Really, the 8 ball goes into one pocket, the bottom left as you're looking at the table.
I think it could possibly go into the right side. No?
I don't know if I like him taking this 14 ball, but I think I just draw on the 10. Although he doesn't really have a lot of angle, he's kind of straight in on that 10 ball. But I think if he takes that 10, it leads him to the 9. Just a nice little stun shot.
A little punch.
Yeah. Nice little
good.
draw out. Yeah. Although maybe he wants to get to the 11 first. Right here, take the 14, kind of draw over to the right-hand side.
I think what he was trying to do was kind of work the angle so he could come off. Yes, to play the window between the 4-1.
See, and I like taking the 14 and then kind of drawing out and punching between that 6-4. And then I'm on to the 11. And then I have 9 to the top right and a hit and stick, and I'm on the 13. And then I'm on the right side to get position on the 8 ball.
Yeah, which I don't disagree with, but I just think that right now that 13-15 is kind of his concern, because you got to have the shape to get on them. So
Well, he
the
can either-
earlier that you get on those, the
For
better,
sure.
because the 9 and 11 will always be there. They're easy open balls.
Oh, he might take that 15 right now. Cut the 15 in right now. Could get there off the 9 ball as the option as well. Has 11 ball. He's got options all over the place. And how are you, Todd? Tuning in on YouTube from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's going to pick one of those off right now.
Looks like he's lining for 13. I don't know
Looks
if
like
I like
it.
that. You can always get the bad jelly rub off the 15 if he does that 13 ball.
He sees it better than us.
He sure does.
Get there.
Well,
Oh, he's up
he
and over
plays
that
more
4.
on that side of the camera than I do.
He's up and over that 4, but I think he's still okay here. He's got just enough angle to come out for the 9. The 9 naturally leave him to the 11.
He's leaving the 11 for last to try to hit that window between the 5 and 6.
A lot of traffic around that 8 ball. We'll see what he does there. He's a
He must
7.
have a plan, right?
Well, he's a 7-15 for a reason.
Yeah. And I'm not for a reason. That's why I sit on this side
Me too.
for the most part.
Oh, that little bump maybe helped him.
He got the jelly rub.
David, these are Cyclops balls. I think these are first generation Cyclops.
I really like them.
I actually don't mind
They
them.
play really, really well.
Once you get used to the color variation, like, the 4 balls a little lighter, the 15-7, that turquoise, that teal. Once you get used to that, you're okay with these balls. But I don't mind them.
This little float. Maybe it passes the 6.
I don't know. I don't
It
think
looks
so.
really tight for that.
I don't think it does.
Not to the top right or the side pop. Yeah, so he just pointed where he needs to draw to. That's why I would have left that traffic up there for last. I would have got rid of this 11 ball on the 3rd shot. Right, it just makes the position play to the 8 ball a little bit easier because you're down at that end already.
50-50 though, like you either pick those trouble balls out early, or you just deal with having to travel the table for your shape.
Oh, how well did he hit it? He doesn't want to be over the 1 ball hampered, but I'll tell you what, he hit that really well.
You did.
Even to get there, he hit that good.
Yeah, that's just the one spot he didn't want to be.
Yeah. Murphy's Law. Here he comes with a big smile. Shaking out the COVID rust out of his arm.
It's the one thing I do admire about both these players, Larry and Eric. They just have such a great demeanor at the table.
Oh, they sure do.
Even when they do it to themselves,
good
they're
guys.
having a good time. They've got, big smiles on their faces. They know they messed up, but, what do? You carry on. You can't play perfect all the time.
In the heart.
Got it.
Look out, cue ball. Oh, wow, what a great match.
That was great. So, from being in the hole, Eric worked his way back out. What a great match.
That was a really good match. Not bad for the first one of the day.
That was a great match for the first match of the day.
Well, and Steph, I got to say thanks because you're going to be probably on the mic a lot today.
Well,
at least until I get bounced. I'm going to hope that that's later on. But yeah, guys, we're going to do a quick shutdown, restart. We'll get the next match locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. So don't go too far. It won't be too long. We'll be back at it. And more to come. Stay tuned.
Make sure you guys have your notifications turned on, and you'll get the little alarm every time we go live. We'll be back in a few.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back.